Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, so my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. It's Friday night. What? And we're doing, I don't know why it's so dark. Is it you guys? Is it me, guys? It might be me. Hold on. Let me fix something. I know, we just got here and I'm already messing with stuff. All right. Yep. So that's what's going on right now. All right. Anyway, say hello, hello, hello. If you're painting with me, let me know if anyone's painting with you, with me. Of course, we have to give props to you know who. We got to give props to you know who. I'm not seeing any comments again. Let's see. Are we going to get any comments going on here? There's my YouTube. All right. There is comments. Okay, so, all right. Hi, Marcia. All right, props to you know who. What? All right, flip the camera. They keep changing things on me. There he is. There's the man. He gets very excited when I hit the video button. Yes, he wants to say hi to all his fans. Say hi, buddy. Yes. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you want to say hi to all your fans. I know. So there's the man. You never know. He might be chiming in. You never know. We got Marcia in the house. Marcia is here. Hello, Marcia. How are you doing, sweetheart? Becky's hanging out with us tonight. Hello, Becky. How you doing? All right. I was running late. I just noticed. I turned on the, I was playing. I was playing with the make-em-ups. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Kim. Welcome, sweetheart. Everybody give Kim a warm Eve's Creations family welcome. She's new. She is new chiming in. I don't know why it looks so dark in my house right now. Is it me? Is it me or is it dark in here? I don't know. Carolyn is here. Hello, Carolyn. How are you? Kimberly is here. Hello, Kimberly. How are you doing? So, say hello if you're painting with us tonight. Let me know if anyone's painting with me tonight. And, handy dandy table. It looks great. Everything looks great. Okay. Thanks, Becky. All right. So I didn't even pour my paint yet. We're running a little behind, but that's okay. Big boy, he is a 1-inch flat. We got Fluffy in the house, a large Fluffy. We have Tiny in the house, a small round for details. We have Mini-Me hanging out with us tonight. He is basically our crayon. And, of course, we got the Mr. Nifties, which, you know, if you send me support, $3 or more, make sure you DM me your address because I send them out as a thank you note for free. Okay, so Blizzard is finally over. Love your eyeglasses. Thank you so much, Carolyn. I appreciate that. I started roll call. So roll call is happening. Let me put you guys in your handy dandy holder. I have to pour paint. That's what I have to do because I didn't get that far. But you guys already know. And if you're new here, it's always plugging you in. Electrocution time. The same colors, white, black, blue, red, and yellow. I use the same colors, same brushes for every single time I do a video. So it never changes. Maybe I got make-em-ups in my eye. Those of you following my make-em-ups journey, we're going to put this light brighter. I don't know. I feel like I'm standing in the dark right now. It's very strange. It's New Year's. We got to go with glitter. So, brown tones, wine tones, and glitter. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, if you guys can see, that's all that matters. Hi, Cindy. Hello, Cindy. How are you doing, sweetheart? Cindy's in the house. All right, you guys all say hello and do your thing. And I'm going to pour paint because I didn't get that far because I was playing. Eve was being bad. Eve was playing with makeup in her bathroom, and you guys are all waiting on me. See how that goes? I'm late to my own party. I guess if it's my party, I'm allowed to be late, right? It's my party, and I'll be late if I want to. Late if I want to. You would be too if it happened to you. Oh, yeah. That's right. Now you guys know why I paint and not sing. 6,000%. All right. Oh, and all my pumps are working. Look at that. Oh my goodness. definitely is the holidays. I better not jinx myself. But all of my paint pumps work. Look at that. Black, blue, red, yellow, white. All that good stuff. Hello, Amanda. How are you, sweetheart? Amanda is here. I'm taking roll call, people. We got roll call. So, this is... Hello, Joan. Finally found me. Oh, Joan, healing wishes and prayers for Joan, everybody. She's not feeling so well. You didn't get a notification, Tina B? I literally just came on about 2 minutes ago. So thank you guys for all the likes. I see them popping up on my screen. Everybody said, hello, sweetheart. Hi. I'm not sure why you didn't get notified. I'm going to use you guys as a mirror. Because, yeah. That was going on. Yeah, not sure why you didn't get notified, babe. Not really sure why that didn't work for you. Okay, so this is, some of you had some pretty hysterical comments thinking that he had stuff coming out of his nose. This is the Wizard of Time. So I made him not, I only gave him like, I call it the Fu Manchu mustache. I don't know what it's called. That's what I call it. Might not even be the right thing to say, but it's a mustache, guys. It's a really, really long mustache. And that's all I gave him. Yes, Amanda. Hello, Amanda from Australia. Hello, Joanne. So it's a mustache. You can do a beard, mustache. You don't have to do any of that. Take advantage. This is probably one of the only times I'll be showing you how to paint a face. A lot of you asked me to paint a face. We're painting a face tonight. So, you might not be all down with the wizard and his Fu Manchu, but you're going to learn how to paint a face tonight. So that's all there is to it. And I made him, you were notified? All right, that's good. I made him young looking because it's the start of the new year, right? So it's a New Year's painting, right? So the hourglass is starting over and he's young looking. And if it was the end of the year, the end of the new, if it was the, like before Christmas or something, he would be really, really old looking. So I might do that like next year if I can remember my noggin. I'll do a wizard that's has like more going on, facial hair wise and stuff like that. Because by the end of the year, he gets old, and when he flips the hourglass, he gets to start anew young again. Just like us, right? So we get to start the new year, drop all that crap from last... Oh, sorry. By the way, all of my videos are kid-friendly. You guys try to watch your comments. I'll try to watch this thing. Drop all that garbage from last year. And, be able to start new. Hi, April. Hello, sweetheart. How are you doing, sweetheart? No, not staying. Wanted to say hello. Thank you so much for saying hello, guys. So, I got exciting things to show you. I have shirts. Tina B already ordered her shirt. Yeah, I know. That one just kind of flew out. I have shirts available. You guys, fan members, you need to tell me what you want to paint. Give me some ideas and some suggestions because I'm going to start Valentine's soon, but there's like a week or so where we can kind of just do anything. And I have your suggestions. Kind of looks like Father Time. That's what I was going for, Joanne. That is exactly what I was going for. So, good. Starry Night. I'm not doing Starry Night, April. It's not happening. I posted that Starry Night. That paint party was a long time ago. I posted that because somebody asked to see my rendition of Starry Night. Weeping Willow. I knew you were going to say that next. Hi, Evelyn. Hello, sweetheart. I am not doing a Starry Night ever again. I know why Van Gogh went crazy and chopped his ear off because Starry Night is literally dabs of paint, and it takes a long time to so unless you guys want to be sitting here and doing dab Yeah, we're not doing it. I painted 2 of them in my lifetime, and I'm never painting that again. Maybe later. Never's a strong word, but no time soon. Let's put it that way. So if you want a starry night, all you got to do is look at the colors and start dabbing. And if you have any questions painting one, of course you can ask me and I'll help you out with it. But literally, it's all just dabs of color. So you just do dabs of color, different colors in the same, like different blues, different whites, different yellows, and you just keep dabbing. Dabbing in a circle, dabbing in a swirl, and that's all it is. So, not to take Van Gogh's master work and, sum it up in about 2 minutes, which is what I just did. But it literally, that's all it is. So, Weeping Willow. Yes, hit me in the spring, honey. Weeping willows happen in the spring. They don't happen in the middle of winter. So, am I going to do a weeping willow for you, April? Absolutely. 6,000%. Got my Java. Am I going to do it anytime soon? No. Oh, she's sassy tonight. I am sassy tonight. Lots of nose flying out. Lots of nose flying out over here. We're being sassy. I love you. All right. So I am working on a 16 by 20 canvas. It is 16 this way, 20 straight up and down. If you're working on a different canvas, as long as you're in the general area that I am in, you will be fine. All right, guys. So, whoop-ah! Oh, it's the almighty blank canvas. It's so scary. But we're going to hit it with the almighty brushes. Yes, we are. Oh, and stars is enabled. Right? Divalicious over here. I'm just ready for this year to be over. I don't know if anybody else is, but I am. So, let's see. Let me share my links. Let's get that all done with. YouTube. I'm on YouTube. All the replays are always available on YouTube. The PayPal link is featured. The stars is enabled. I also have Cash App and Venmo. So I'm going to post those links now. If there's anything you ever want to order from me, a brush set or one of the shirts, it is being done through DM right now. Direct message me. Because I forgot which link I posted already. Did I post Cash App or did I post Venmo? I posted Venmo. Tina, how do you darken blue effectively? My black makes my blue a turquoise color. Your black makes your blue a turquoise color. That's weird. That's really weird. Unless if they have yellow tones in the black, but why would they have yellow tones in black paint? To darken blue paint effectively, what I do is, yes, you could always add a little bit of black to it, but actually what deepens it even more, you can add a little bit of red to it, because red brings it, you needed this. We are, oh my goodness gracious. All right, healing prayers and wishes for April, right? Everybody put your hands together for April and everything that's going on. I'm sorry, doll. But what you can do is if you add red to the blue, not adding any white. All right, don't add any white because you're going to get purple, purple, purple. But if you add small amounts of red to blue, it'll actually deepen it because it wants to bring it to purple. But if you only do a little bit, it's not going to churn purple on you. Another way is layers. Okay, so if you need the coverage, you have to add the white to the blue. All right, and then you just keep adding layers of just blue on top of that. And every layer is going to make it deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay, because you're going to pronounce the color even more. Like if you're working with a dark blue and you use white to lighten it up, if you keep putting layers of that dark blue without the white, it's going to get it darker and darker and darker. Okay, so you could try those two things. A little bit of red and lots and lots of layers of blue on top of it. Penguins. We just did we do penguins this year? We didn't do penguins, did we? I didn't do any penguins with you guys? No penguins, huh? Ooh, I could do like a penguin Valentine one. That would be really cute. Like 2 penguins and stuff like that. That would be cute. I'm writing it on my list. I'm writing it on my list, April. Look, see, there's my list. I just wrote it on there. See that? I got you. I got you, girl. Okay. So, that being said, we're going to do our, hello, Trish. How are you doing, sweetheart? So, we're going to do, everybody give Trish a warm Eve's Creations family welcome. I don't think you've been on my lives before. All right, so we're going to do the black trick, okay, to get the misty background. So, we're going to do the black trick, right, you guys? Mardi Gras theme. Mardi Gras. Okay, I'll write that down. Mardi Gras. I'm writing Mardi Gras down. I'd have to look up stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to do the black trick, right? So we take red, blue, and black all together, right? So I'm going to do black with some red. Okay, we're going to do black with some red. And you have to do this quickly. It has to be still wet to do this trick, right? So I'm going to put black with red on here. Alright, just going back and forth, adding red to my black. Okay, and I'm going to do blue and black. Alright, we're going to do blue and black. Okay, so I'm going to add that on here. Alright, and then, because we're going to do our, little trick. I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but this is when we do the undertones. Big word, right? When we use the 2 colors in the colors in the black, when we put the black on, and then when we hit it with the white paint, those colors come out. Okay, so you're going to do your whole canvas, adding red to your black and blue to your black. Alright, and just put it on there, because you have to do this when it's wet. Alright, so I'm going to move quickly, and then I'll give you guys time to catch up mustard. Okay, so I'm going to move quickly, and I'm going to give you guys time to catch up mustard with this. So I'm putting red with my black paint, and I'm putting blue with my black paint. Okay, putting red with the black paint and blue with the black paint. Back of black with the back of the black paint. And I can't talk. You guys like the Mardi Gras idea? All right, I gotta look into it. All right, what's some Mardi Gras things? Like my brain's not connecting with the Mardi Gras thing right now. So what's like Mardi Gras have? Beads. I know it has beads. I know that much. What else? New Orleans, right? Instruments, right? I guess instruments. Like different brass instruments, right? Trombone and trumpet and those kind of things. What else does Mardi Gras have? Music, right? But that's kind of with the instruments. Parades, right? There's parades. Beads, parades. Okay, yep. April, got you. Yep, trumpets. Yep. You're on the same wavelength as me. Right? Dancing, right? Dancing, right? There's dancing and stuff like that. Huh. All right, I gotta wrap the skull around that one a little bit. All right, now that I have this layer, like I said, I gotta move quickly because you gotta do this when it's wet. So now that I have this layer on here of black with all the different colors in it, I'm gonna take Fluffy, saxophone, gold, green, purple, masks. There you go, Tina B. Masks. Okay, masks and saxophones, gold, green, and purple colors. Okay, guys. All right, that's cool. All right, so I'm going to take Fluffy now. And I'm going to grab just the white paint. And I'm going to start swirling. And see how the red is coming out? Okay, see how there's like a red tone to this? Okay, so we're just going to be swirling these mist moments in. And notice I didn't grab any more paint. I'm just swirling around, right? Because you want bright areas and you want dark areas. We've done this for like our galaxies. Now I'm going to grab more paint. Starting a new spot. Okay, we've done this for our galaxies. We've done this background before on a couple of things. Oh, the Times Square painting. I think we did this background when we put the buildings in. All right. So when you do this trick of having, see how that has blue tones to it? Okay. So, and this has the red. I don't know. There's a wicked glare, isn't there? I don't know why there's a wicked glare. Probably because it's black paint. Okay. So this is the trick. This is the trick. It's a really cool trick. It's fun to do. It's kind of like, remember when you were a little kid and you had like those scratch boards and you would put the scratches on it and you weren't sure like what colors would come out? Kind of reminds me of that. Cast iron bench with a cast iron street light on a Bourbon Street with beads hang. Oh, Evelyn, you got like a big old, you got a big old scenery in your head. I love it. 6,000%. She's like, this is what it is right here. This is what it is. Benches and streets and parades and beads and all sorts of stuff. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love when people tap into their imagination. That's like, it's kind of like, it seems like a dying thing nowadays because, you know, some kids I've run into when I was doing my substituting, they don't have a vivid imagination. They have trouble picturing things in their head because, you know, they're inundated with technology that'll picture something for them. You know, so they have images flashing across them all the time. So it's difficult for them to make their own images in their heads. So, I mean, technology has some good things and technology has some bad things. And that's like one of the things that's kind of like, you know, they don't need an imagination. They can just punch in the word gnome and a gnome will pop up. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But somebody had to imagine that. Somebody had to imagine that, right? Somebody had to imagine a gnome, right? Because we all have like a go-to gnome in our heads, right? When I say the word gnome, in our heads automatically, right? Unless you have trouble imagining things, we automatically have a picture of what a gnome looks like, right? But somebody, somewhere down the line, somebody somewhere turned around and created that gnome. All right, so now I'm grabbing just white again, and I'm going to make some brighter moments. Okay, and I'm going to make these brighter moments up here. I don't have to worry about down here because that's where he's going, right? So that's where he's, same with like a wizard, right? So when you guys think of a wizard or Father Time, you know, we have like this picture in our head of what that would look like. So I was trying to do something a little different with my wizard, making him a young wizard with just his mustache instead of the long flowing beard you usually see on wizards. But from the general consensus, you guys thought it was something coming out of his nose, which cracks me up. All right, so you want to make sure you leave some dark moments too. Okay, don't do all this light or white areas and then lose your dark areas. Okay, so you want to keep these dark areas, all right, in there. All right, so this is a really fun trick. And honestly, you just take the white paint now and you just swirl it around. And you do this, and you can do this until it gets tacky. Once it gets tacky, game over. All right, once it gets tacky, the game is over. Because if it's too tacky, you're going to wind up getting it goopy. And goopy isn't what we want. We want nice and thin and flat. All right, so that is I love doing that. I don't know about anybody else. I don't know if anybody else likes doing that trick. I love doing that trick. So the only thing I'm going to do is I am going to brighten this area more. I went a little smush happy. So I'm swirl, tap, dab, and fluffy. And I'm going to grab some more white paint. And I just want to make this area of mist a little more pronounced. Just a little more. Because you're going to see this through the hourglass. Okay, so you're going to see this part through the hourglass. So I want to make it a little more pronounced. A little more pronounced. Okay, there we go. All right, so, all right, we got my coffee. I got my paint. I'm painting with you guys. We're all set. I had an in-person party. That was really fun. They painted Goodnight Winter Friends. So that was the painting that we did. That was Wednesday night. Oh, and thank you, April, for the stars. Yes, guys, stars is enabled. If you don't know, they're a penny each, and they're a way to send me support. All of my videos are always free, and that's the only way to keep my lights on. Okay, so PayPal, Venmo, stars, and Cash App. All right, guys. Also, I want to show you the shirts. The shirts are in. Tina already ordered one. It's on its way out. So that's really exciting. And I want to show you some of them. Okay, so while you're ketchup mustering with your background, don't play too much because we got to paint on top of it. I didn't want to wear the one that I had made for me because right now it's direct message to order one. I worked 2 nights in a row, still haven't figured it out to get it to be able to order on my website. So hopefully that happens soon. But here you go, ready? This is what the graphics look like. So this is, I like it a lot. And this shirt, can you see the whole thing? This shirt is, this is the extra large. This is the extra large, okay? And then on the back, it has my info on it, all right? So really, really soft and comfy. They're the Gildan shirts, okay? So they are Gildan 100% heavy cotton, all right? And this is the graphic for I like it a lot, okay? So we have that. And the other one I want to show you. Now, there's pre-made ones. Okay, the pre-made ones has 5 sayings you could choose from. And it's only black or white. But it still comes in the sizes large and extra large. If you want the custom ones, they're more money. But you have the whole slew of sayings to choose from. You have whatever color you want. And you get to pick your size. You get to create your own. Okay, so I know I've been working on this for how long, guys? How long have I been working on these shirts? And we got them. They are here. So excited. I don't know if you guys are excited, but I'm excited. All right, so here's the purple. Look how pretty that purple is. You guys see how, oh, there's Butters. Butters is on it. See how pretty that purple is? Okay, and then my info's on the back. And this one, whatcha? This one's swirl, tap, dab. This one's swirl, tap, dab. Okay, and again, this shirt is the extra large. This is an extra large. All right, so I'm a 2X. But I could probably get away with this if I want to. Okay, so this is the extra large. That's because they're the extra largest, Penny. All right, so this is dry, and we're going to go into mapping in our wizard. So I'm going to grab Big Boy. I'm going to swirl tap dab Big Boy. All right, I got to get all the black out of them, so the more you swirl, the cleaner he gets. And we're going to map in our wizard. So we want to find our center. Find your center. Okay. And you're going to grab white paint. And we're going to do a rounded triangle, right? So you want to mark your center. Now, you want to make sure that you're leaving room up top for your hourglass, all right? And for the arms to come up, okay? So when you do your rounded triangle, you're going to put the rounded part above your dot and then come down into the lower part of your canvas. Okay, come into the lower part of your canvas. Okay, just like that. So round the triangle into the lower part of the canvas. All right, and start off small because you know the more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get. And yes, that's on a shirt. I wanted to start painting again, but I will show you that shirt. Yes, it is. Of course it is. That is on a shirt. And your guys' comments, when I posted that, were cracking me up. 6,000%. All right, so I want to make this a little bigger on this side to get it more in the center. Okay, I always seem to be off center when I'm painting from the side. That's okay. That's all right. As long as your guys' head is in the center, it's all good. All right, so, and this doesn't have to be white, white, white. This is layer 1. All right, you're just filling and fixing. You're just filling and fixing. That's all you're doing. Filling and fixing. 6,000%. Okay, and then we're going to do his hat. All right, so his hat, you're going to go off this whole Big Boy back here. You're going to go off the side of his head, and you're just going to squiggly do in that direction. All right, same on this side. Start back here. I'm going to cut off some of his head because I'm not center, and squiggly do in that direction. Okay, fill and fix. Fill and fix, fill and fix. Do, 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 do. Alright, so you guys can make your wizard robe any color you want, right? Doesn't have to be purple. Doesn't have to be purple. You guys can make it any color you want. If you're going for lighter colors, right, you're going to have to put more coats of white. Okay, so if you're going for a lighter color scheme, if you're going to make it pink or you're going to make it yellow or whatever you want it to be, you're going to have to do more coats of white. Okay, just letting you know. All right, and hello, 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 Penny. Welcome to the fam. I didn't have you on my list, so I'm not sure what you meant by too long. Was my shirt too long or was I taking too long? But I'm not really sure. But that's okay. Now, once you have this, okay, you're going to turn around and go from the side here, up here. Angel says hi. Hi, Angel. How are you doing, sweetheart? So you're going to go from the side here, and you're just going to go swoop that way and swoop this way. Swoop this way. Okay? So you're going to swoop that way and this way. All right? And fill this all in. Fill all of this in. Oh, yeah. 6,000%. And I know this looks like a really big body compared to the head, but once you put the sleeves in, it's going to make this smaller. All right, so I know it's looking like it's a really big thing, but the sleeves are going to cut this in half. All right, the sleeves are going to cut this in half. Okay, so no worries about that. I've been working too long. Oh, yes, Penny. I got you now. Yes, I have been working too long. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, so it took a while. My niece is the one doing all the graphics. She does photography and the vinyl work. She does vinyl work, obviously. So, and she's doing, she created all of the graphics, and she's actually making the shirts. So, that's the cool part. And I got white paint on myself, on my shirt here. So, yeah, absolutely. It was a long time. You're right. All right. So, I got you now. I thought you were saying the shirts were too long. Or I was taking too long. I was ready to pull the sassy out again on you. Angel made Christmas easier with, Angel's 8 weeks old. Oh, Penny, that's so cute. You're going to have your hands full. Carolyn just got a puppy, too. I bet Angel is adorable. Absolutely. Carolyn just got a puppy called, she called her Penny. So you're gonna have your hands full. But puppies are a lot of fun. That's for sure. That is for sure. Okay. So speaking of the sleeves, we're gonna put the sleeves in now. All right. So you're gonna come over here and you're gonna swoop upwards. And you want to stop basically where the hat begins. Okay, curve it around, pull it down. Alright, same on this side. Go about halfway in the middle of your humper dump here. Pull upwards. Where the hat begins, pull on down again. Alright, so these are going to be your sleeves. So we got to map that in. Alright, mapping in the sleeves. Okay, so I want to tell you guys, now, we're going to be working with skin tones, right? We're going to be working with peaches. So when you make your skin tone color, whatever skin tone you're going to work with, if you want it tans or browns, whatever, it doesn't matter, make a lot of it. A whole lot. Because, thank you so much for the stars, Tina. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. She's a collie husky and will be a service dog. Oh my goodness, that sounds awesome. Awesome. All right. So when you make your peach, make sure you make a lot of it because that is one of the hardest ones to match up. All right, like you know how you make a color and then you need more of that color and you're trying to match the original color that you did? Peach is one of the, gray is hard, but peach is even harder. So, you want to make a lot of it. And that being said, I'm going to make a whole new pile of red. Because I have blue in my red, so you want to have clean red, clean yellow, and clean white. Okay, clean red, clean yellow, and clean white. Clean yellow, clean red, clean white. Okay, and if you're doing tans, you just add a little bit of blue into it. Okay, so I'm going to grab this big pile. I almost said something there. This very large pile of white. And I'm going to grab the red, and I'm going to grab the yellow, okay, and I'm going to mix this all together. All right, and like I said, you want to make a whole lot of this, a whole lot. All right, if it's looking too yellow, add more red. If it's looking too red, add more yellow. If it's looking too dark, add more white. Okay, so you want to make a whole lot of this peach. A whole lot, a whole lot, a whole lot. Okay, and you want to mix it really well. All right, so this isn't one of those where we let the brush do the work and we keep the different colors on the brush and all this stuff. This is where we actually make a pile of color, and we want it all to be mixed very well. Okay, and you want to turn around and have it all one solid color. Okay, and then even on your brush, when we go to put this on, you want it all one solid color. So I have a whole ton of paint on here, so I'm going to grab all of this white right here. All right, and I'm going to turn around and do the second layer of his head, but with a whole lot of white, just because I don't want to waste all this paint on my brush. So I'm doing this with a whole lot of white to block out the background. Usually I would do another coat of just white, but I have all this paint on my brush and I didn't want to waste it. So we're going to do a whole lot of white. I like saying that. Right? And whatever was on my brush. Okay, so I am going to do my second coat with that. That way we don't waste it. All right. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now I'm going to wipe off my brush. Let's get some clean paper towel here and swirl tap that. And we're going to color in. We're going to color in the hat and the body. We have to get the hat all done and done with so we can put in our hourglass. Okay, so getting the hat and the sleeves done, we have to definitely take care of that. So mine is purple. Okay, so the red has the blue in it already, and I have to grab white that doesn't have peach in it. We need white that doesn't have peach in it. Alright, so literally just kerplunk that right in the middle of my two colors. Okay, so we're grabbing blue, we're grabbing red, and we're going to make our purple. Alright, so I got the red over here I'm grabbing, I got the blue over here I'm grabbing, and we'll just push this all into where the red was. And mixy-do, we're mixy-doing and making our purple. Okay, and let's color. Alright, so we're going to color in the hat, and you use the flat of that brush to get your outline nice and crisp. Right? Get that outline nice and crisp. Nice and crisp, and a nice thin layer. Okay, because we need this to dry. We need this to dry 6,000%, and we're going to follow, do our little curve where our head is. Alright. Swoop. Just like that. Right, color this in. Okay, so nice thin layer, nice pretty color. Okay, like I said, if you're going for a lighter color. Hi Sheila, hello, sweetheart. The last of my stars won't be buying anymore. You refuse to. Okay, no worries, Amanda. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hello, 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 Sheila. How are you doing, sweetie? Yeah, that stuff's nutty. That is for sure, sweetie. Hello, 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 Sheila. How are you doing? Yes, guys. I've had in the past, just a heads up for you guys, I've had people send me support via the mail. So if you guys aren't good with the technology or whatever may be going on, that is an option. Okay? You're just watching tonight? Okay, Sheila, no worries. Watchers are more than welcome. We got watchers in the house. We got watchers and painters and creepers and all sorts of stuff. So, you're just ducky? I like that. I'm ducky too. I'm ducky too. Okay, so we're going to turn around and very carefully go around the side of my face here. All right, very carefully. All right, Eve's going to try to stay in her lines tonight. I'm going to try. We're going to try to stay in the lines. There we go. Swoop. Swoop. There we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right. And color this in. Right? Have your brush strokes going down. Hi, Carol. How are you doing, sweetheart? Hello, 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 doll. So, anybody have any New Year's plans? That's tomorrow, right? Isn't New Year's tomorrow? Like, tomorrow's the 31st, right? Anybody have any New Year's plans? I kind of just lay low. I lay low. I don't go anywhere or do anything. It's just me and the butters. I used to do all that stuff. Right? I used to go out to all the parties and everything else, and, you know, and then I would have people over. I would do that too. So, but this year I'm just going to lay low. I'm just going to lay low this year. Probably be painting. Because that's what I do. Alright, so you just want to keep, Alright, so nice layer of this going on. Coloring, we're coloring. Yes, we are. Do, 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 do. This is like my favorite part when the colors go on. Okay, so what you want to do now is you want to grab more white. Okay, which I don't have. I don't have that on my palette. Oh, I am going through white like crazy. I've had to put white on my palette like 3 times already. Alright, so I want to grab more white. Alright, so we're going to fill this in. Right, we're going to fill this in. Just normal without grabbing the white yet. I'm going to fill this sleeve in. Okay, and then, once I have this filled in, we're going to grab the more white to accentuate it. Ooh, that's a big word. I'm not going out. You used to go out, but you don't feel it. I'm with you, Carol. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. Like, even for, like, the holiday and stuff, like, I decorate because my daughter comes over, and Butters likes the tree. That's why I decorate. I don't, if it was just me, I probably wouldn't even decorate anymore. I mean, and, because I've had, you know, I had the family, I had my daughter growing up, I've had the parties, I've, you know, I've done all that. And, now, I'm like good. I'm good just, chilling. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to do all that anymore. Alright, now that we have those filled in. Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds lovely, Carolyn. Yeah, the embroidery thing, that's pretty cool. So now I'm going to grab white, and I'm going to accentuate the sleeve. Okay, so I'm going to come around this edge over here. I don't know where that blue came from. No idea. I don't know where that came from. All right, let's try this again. Just white. And we're going to accentuate the sleeve on this side. Okay, so put this white on, do 1 or 2 swipes, and then leave it alone. Otherwise, you're going to lose it. All right, and then you're going to grab more white, and you're accentuating the sleeve on this side. Okay. So put that on. And this is flowing fabric, right? So you can turn around and have it be flowing down here. All right, and like I said, 1 or 2 swipes and then leave it alone. Or, you know, make sure you put more white on your brush if you're going to play with it. Okay, if you're going to play with it like I am, because that's the way we do around here. Just make sure you put more white on your brush so it doesn't blend in to the rest of the color. Okay, so there's your sleeve. And then we will need to do the sleeve on this side. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't have the camera. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. You can see it. Okay, good. Happy New Year's Eve from North Carolina. Hi, Carla. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so white on my brush and gonna accent this part. Okay, grabbing more whites. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right, guys? Okay, going over here. I want to accentuate this edge over here. There we go. Just like that. And bam, you have 2 sleeves. 2 sleeves going on. And kind of looks like Dumbledore. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I can get down with that. I can get down with that. Hello, 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 Carla. I don't think you've been on my lives either. We have Carla, Trish, and Kim. I don't think I've been on my lives before. So everybody give a warm Eve's Creations family welcome to Carla, Trish, and Kim. I'm swirl, tap, dabbing, big boy. All right? And I'm going to grab that purple. And I'm going to do around his head again. Make sure I have a nice crisp line there. Okay, nice and crisp. There we go, and then just flicky-do. So your brush strokes are going through the hat. All right, so now we're going to turn around and do the hourglass. Okay, guys, so you need clean white paint. Clean white paint. We need clean white paint, which seems to be the motto of the evening. Clean white paint is what's going on this evening. Lots of clean white paint. I grabbed so much clean white paint that my paint doesn't want to pump white paint anymore. So, my paint pump is like, nope, no more white for you. No more white for you. So, I gotta literally scoop this out. Okay. And I'm making a mess. I made a mess. You've been here before, but you've been sick and couldn't join, and now you're here again. Oh, okay. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm making a mess. What else is new? Nothing changes. Nothing changes around here. I just made a mess with my white paint, trying to get some more out. Oh, boy. How does this happen? Look. Oh, goodness gracious. And I got paper towels on the floor. Got it. I got it, guys. We got it. Okay. So, we need to do our hourglass. All right? So, obviously, it's going to be in the center. All right? Now, when you do glass, less is more. Right, guys? Less is more. Less is more. So, I'm going to take Tiny, right? He is a small round for details. Oh, thank you, Carla. A red truck would be fun. Didn't I do a red truck? I can't, that's the problem. I've been doing this for like 3 years, and I can't remember what I've done and not done. Anyway, so we're going to take Tiny, and we're going to take our white paint, okay? And you want to turn around and find the center of this hourglass, okay? So you want enough room on the bottom and on the top, okay? So that's even Steven. So I'm going to make a little mark right there, okay, where the center of the hourglass is going to go, all right? And then on either side, I'm going to do a little mark, okay, because that's where we're going. That's what we're shooting for. That's what we're shooting for. And you're going to turn around and you're going to swoop here and then swoop here. Right? So you're going to do both sides at once so you get an even curve on both sides. Alright, so it's even on both sides. If I turn around and just had you guys paint a figure 8, it would be wonky and it wouldn't be even on both sides. So you want to do both sides together. Okay? Both sides together. And then when you get to the certain point, then you could swoop it. Then you could swoop it. Alright? So that is how you get this to be a nice, right? And then just take your brush and go all the way around it to make it nice and smooth and like it's flowing. Okay? Just like that. Alright? And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go on this inside line and we're going to smudge it out. And if you got any ridges, you could push those in and then smudge them out. Well, I got paint on my hand all over the place, which I just showed you guys. So where do you think I'm getting paint all over the place? On my painting. Alright, there we go. Wet paper towel erases everything. So if you're getting stuff where you don't want it, just do the wet paper towel. Alright. It takes care of everything. Alright. So then we're going to do the same thing on the top. Alright. We're going to do the same thing on the top. Okay. So here's my bottom piece. Okay, nice and smooth. And then we're going to do the same thing on the top. Now on the top, you want to turn around and make sure that you're going to have the same width as the bottom. So if you want to give yourself a little marker, you can do that. All right, and again, you're going to do a little bit at a time. So do the angle on this one, do the angle on this one. Okay, do the curve on this one, do the curve on this one. Okay, and then you do the swoop around. So this way, it's even on both sides, and you could do it nice and slow and make sure everything matches up. And then you're going to take your finger and just on the inside line, you want to smudge this out. And if you can't just get your inside line, if you wind up doing your whole line and smudging, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, don't have to worry about it. And I'm just going to take some more white paint and I'm just going to smooth this out. Do a little, you know, fill and fix moment. Get this to be all nice and fluid and flowing. Fluid and flowing. Did you guys catch that? I said fluid and flowing. Fluid and flowing. Wow. Alright. It's going to be alright. It is. It is. It's going to be okay. Alright. Now that you have this white paint on your brush, you can put in your stars. Alright, so you can put your stars in on your hat. Alright, so a star is going to be here. Okay, so I'm going to put a star here. I forgot how to make a star. Did you guys see that? I just totally blanked on how to make a star. Alright, this piece is going this way. That piece is going there. This piece goes there. And then this, okay, whew. I just totally blanked out on how to make a star. Got it. We got it. We're good. You know what? I need more coffee. That's the problem. That is the problem. All right. There we go. There's our star. We got it. We're good. Everything is under control. Hello, Allison. How are you, sweetheart? I'm talking like you. Yeah, that came out backwards. Then I had what I call them brain farts. Now little kids that watch this are going to be running around saying that. But yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. You know what it is? I have that post-holiday like numbering going on. Right? Like I literally don't know my own name right now. Alright, so you can add in all of your stars. Okay, and then just fill and fix. Fill and fix. And you want to do some of them like too big. You know, like so the edge goes off the hat. Okay, you want to do some of them too big so the edge goes off the hat. Hi, Lynn. How you doing, sweetheart? Hello. All right. And then you do your stars. Make sure this line matches up to that line. All right, this line matches up to this line. This line, and then this line. Okay. So make sure those all match up. Alright, same way here, right? This line and this line need to match up. This line with this line need to match up. This line with this line needs to match up. And then this line with this line. And this line with that line. Okay, and that is how you get a proportionate star. hello, Lynn. How are you doing, sweetie? All right. What else we got going on? All right, let's do one over here. We got it now. Eve's got it now. Watch out. I got it. I got it. Watch out. She's dangerous now. I figured it out. We got it going now. Oh yeah, 6,000%. We're cruising. We're cruising. All right, let's do another one over here. We're cruising. Hello. Your cat just laid on your phone? That's hysterical. So I had cat in my face? Is that what you're telling me? I'm allergic to cats, so that's why I don't own any cats. I feel bad because I can't give them any love. I can't give them any lovins because I can't touch them. So that's why I'll never own a cat, because I'm only allergic if I touch them. If I touch them and then touch my face, it's a mess. So that's why I won't own any cats, because I feel bad that I can't give them lovins, you know? And every fur baby deserves to have lovins. All right, so that line matches that line. This line matches this line. This line over here has to match that one. And this line over here has to match that one. Okay. And let's do another little piece of one over here. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we have to frame out our hourglass. All right, so what you want to do is I'm going to take Mini-Me. All right, I'm going to take some of my peach paint over here. And I'm going to add some black to it. All right, and that's going to give me brown. I'm going to add a little bit of this purpley white to it. All right, to get a lighter brown. And she's going to be 14 in January, and she wants me to sit down so both of them can sit on me and sleep. That's hysterical. All right, so, right, move your hand, not the brush. Okay, so cut across the top. Okay, so we're going to cut across the top. And we're going to cut across the bottom. Move your hand, not the brush. Okay, and then we got to go down. Fast you go, straighter obey. Whoop. Ran out of paint. Doop. Alright. And even if it's not straight, it's okay. It's an old hourglass. He's been using this hourglass since the beginning of time. So, if it's not a straight line, you're fine. Don't stress the small stuff. Okay. Do you guys see what I'm doing? I think I have to make this darker. Alright, I'm going to make mine darker so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I dropped the line right here. Okay. And then we're going to drop one on the other side. There she is. Right? Move your hand, not the brush. Faster you go, straighter it's going to be. Right? And there's the other piece. And then the one on this side. Okay, then you just need to clean it up. Add some browns, add some blacks to it. Make it all look like pieces of wood. So I'm just gonna, I'll give you a close up in a second. So I'm just gonna grab that brown that I made. I'm gonna grab some black. I'm gonna grab some brown. I'm just gonna turn around and do some swipes through here. Okay. Just some swipes. And over here. Right. Get that nice and solid over here. And then some over here. Okay. So having the colors all mixed on my brush. And just gonna fill this in over here. Right. Because once you have your line there, you can turn around and fill in around it. Make things thicker. Make things more like wood. Alright, grab some black. Do I have... Sorry, I'm missing stuff. Do I have only one child? I do. I have one child. Cuckoo clock. Oh, a cuckoo clock. So I have a red truck and a cuckoo clock. A red truck, Mardi Gras, cuckoo clock. Cuckoo clock. Hello, cuckoo clock. Yeah, I have one daughter, and she is 27. Her birthday's this month, actually. All right. So, let's do a close-up. Close-up. Okay? Because I know it's hard to see. So, there's the wood. Notice it's wonky, and that's okay. It's an old piece of wood. Okay, so you're framing it out. And there's our hourglass. Alright? Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Not much to worry about there. Not much to worry about there. Okay? And then once it dries, you could add more to it if you want to. Alright? We're just swiping pieces through. Just swiping colors through. That's all we're doing. Alright. So, now that we have... I gotta write that down. Red truck and cuckoo clock. Okay. So, Mardi Gras, red truck, cuckoo clock. I'm going to put these all in one painting. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put them all into one painting. How's that sound to everybody? Alright, you guys take some ketchup mustard time. I gotta wash this paint off of my hands because I'm literally putting paint everywhere else on my painting except where I want it. So this is like the white paint that didn't want to die. So I gotta take some of this off so I can stop putting white paint everywhere. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm getting like white smudges of paint like everywhere, which I'm not too worried about. I could fix them. But it's not like the most fun thing in the world. Okay, so we're going to do his arms. We're going to put a second layer of peach on his face. We're going to schmooze our hourglass. Okay, guys? So we're going to do all that. Cheers, everybody. Okay, the hands are officially all clean. My weapons. My karate weapons. Karate chop. So, they are all clean. Woo! Okay. I definitely have holiday brain going on. Big time. That's okay, though. Cove. We're going to do roll call. I got Carol in the house, and Marcia and Becky and Kim and Carolyn and Kimberly and Cindy and Amanda, Joan and Tina and Amanda and Joanne. Carla's hanging out with us. We got Sheila and Penny with her little baby Angel. And we have Trish and Evelyn and April and Allison and Lynn are here. That's what's up, guys. That's what's up. Oh, I could do a landscape with like a little red truck driving through the landscape. We could do that. Trucks are hard. I mean, unless I make it a cutesy truck, which I have those. I have one for spring, summer, fall. I think we've done one of those together. Okay, so we're going to put in the arms now that we know where we're going, okay? So I'm going to grab that white over here that had the peach in it, okay? And we're going to hold big boy right back here, and you're going to go from your sleeve, okay? You're going to go out from your sleeve and towards the side of the canvas. So you want to turn around and have this land right about here, okay? So where, when you look at your arms, right? When you look at your arms and they're going up like this, the bend, right? The bend, no matter how you do your arm, is pretty much where your head is, okay? You guys see the bend, so you see the bend right there? It's pretty much where, it might be a little, unless you're like down here, which we're not. We're doing one of these. So you see where the bend of my elbow and my head is at the same height? Like pretty much wherever I put it, maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower. So when you put in this piece of the arm, okay, we're going above the head. So the bend part is going to be above the head, right? Because he's like this. See how that's above the head? So when you get here, it's with the head. When you come down here, it's with my neck. And then down here, it's like with my shoulder. Okay? So that's what you want to pay attention to when you put arms on a person, is where is the bend according to the other body part. Okay? So we're going to go above his head. We're going to go in like this. We're going to go in this like sweet spot, like right here. Okay, so I'm going to go from that sweet spot, and I'm going to pull down and go into the sleeve. All right, and then the same on the other side. Okay, go across here, find that sweet spot, go into the sleeve. Okay, and then just make it thicker. And where the sleeve hits, you're going to cut it off. Okay. So you just end it where the sleeve hits. Okay, same with this side. I'm just going to make it thicker, and then where this piece of the sleeve is where I'm going to cut it off. Okay. Right, and you just keep making it thicker and thicker and thicker until it's the thickness of what you want an arm to be. Now, arms that are going up like this, okay, the muscle is on this side, the side closest to my head. So, you can't send a GIF of a truck. That's okay, Joan. So I want to curve this side a little bit. All right, you're going to curve that side a little bit right there. because that's where the muscle would be. So you want to add a little bit of a curve. Okay, so that's one arm, and then the other side. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of a curve and make sure I bring it in so it goes into the sleeve. Okay, make sure you bring it in so it goes into the sleeve. Okay, and again, thicken this arm as thick as you want it to be. Okay. Just like that. All right. Then we want to do the other piece of the arm. And we're going towards the hourglass. All right. So you're going to go from out here, right? Carol, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, the curve goes up here, but then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, unless you want to add the flaps, the bat wings. I was thinking the exact same thing. That's funny that you said that, because that's what I was thinking. Oh my goodness, right? Let's add the bat wings to our wizard. I like to call them bingo arms. I call them bingo arms because when you go to bingo and I yell bingo, this starts waddling around. Oh, that cracks me up. Okay, so your elbow is like out here somewhere. All right, so you're going to just bring that right off of the canvas. Okay. Right, and then the other side, bring it right off of the canvas. Right, maybe a little suggestion of his hand being here. And on this side, put the hand going up. And again, you can make this thicker. It's not as thick as this piece of arm. Okay, it's not as thick as that piece of arm. Okay, and there we go. All right, so arms are in place. Okay, so we're gonna do our face. We're gonna do our face. We're gonna second coat our arms, and we're gonna do our hourglass. All right, so with the face, okay, I'm grabbing that peach that I made before. All right, we're gonna do the whole face in our peach color, or whatever skin tone that you made, okay? So you're going to do the whole face. And the peach color that you made, all right? So you're going to start there. All right, once we have that on, we're going to turn around and we're going to put the nose in place. So you're going to take Mini-Me. I'm going to swirl tap dab Mini-Me, all right? And let me bring in close up, closer. Okay, so we're going to take Mini-Me, swirl tap dab, right? And I'm going to grab a little bit of white with a little bit of my peach and smash it, okay? And we want to put the nose in, all right? So this is, you see on me, this is my cheekbone, right? It's my cheekbone, and that's where the nose is. All right? Now, another thing that's weird is my wizard doesn't have any ears. I never gave him ears. But if you're lining up a face, it would be with where the ears are, too. All right, so here's my cheekbone, and then there's my nose in there, okay? So if we look on him, there is his cheekbone, okay? Right here on either side. So his nose is going to be in that area. So you want to find the center and put your line going down, okay? That's where his nose is, okay? Also, you have space here and you have space up here. So your face only takes in this area, right? So your face only takes in this area right here to about this area right here, okay? So when you put your nose in, right, we're going to brighten those areas up. So you're going to zigzag zoom where the forehead would be. Okay, we're going to zigzag zoom where the forehead would be. Okay, and we're going to do a little curve. We're going to do a curve where the eyeballs are going to go. All right, so you're going to curve there, and you're going to do a curve here. Right? And then you zigzag zoom this lighter paint. Now I'm going to grab my original peach, and zigzag zoom with that, so this all becomes really soft. Okay? This comes really soft. Alright, so I'm grabbing my original peach, and I'm starting on the ends of his face, and I'm zigzag zooming into where I put the lighter stuff to get it to be nice and soft. Alright, nice and soft. Alright, so once I do that, I'm going to wipe off my brush, and we're going to make his nose bigger. So I'm going to grab the white again with a little bit of my peach. I'm going to smush it over here. Alright, I'm going to make his nose bigger, so I'm going to come off of this arch. Right, and I'm just doing light swiping motions, okay? Light swiping motions. Okay, and then over here. Right? Bring this side down. I'm going to take my finger and soften all of that out. And then I want to add his nostrils. So you're just going to come outwards, come back in, come outwards, come back in. Right? And then you do the rounded part on the bottom. Okay? Now I'm just doing some taps. Just doing some taps. Hardly any paint left on my brush. Okay? I'm just going to tap it in, and then you have where your nose would be. Now, is there a ton of shadowing and different stuff in the nose? Yes, there is. If you want to learn how to do that, if you're going to, because I'm not the best portraiture artist out there. I'm not. There's people that are insanely better than I am at doing portraits. Can I do them? Yes. Do I like to do them? Not so much. That's probably why I'm not that good. Right? So, what I want to say is that if you are, and you want to just have a beginning, which I do show you on YouTube, is a video. I have a how-to nose and lips, and I have a how-to eyes. Okay? So, if you want to start somewhere, that's where you'd want to start. Portraits in acrylic are very difficult because the paint isn't that fluid. And skin tones change very slightly. Okay, so like even if you look at my face, right? So we have a white peach going on right here. And then like right here, it's darker, even though it's still peach, right? So that's like skin tones change it's very subtle, but that subtle makes a big difference. So the nose itself has a highlight here, a highlight right down the center, and then over here, right, that is highlighted where the pug is. I call this the pug. Then you have the pieces underneath, which would be highlighted, and then this would be shadowing all in there, okay? So, and that's just the nose. So if you want to get more in depth and more into detail with your portraiture, I do have a how-to nose and lips, and I do have a how-to eyes. All right, that being said, I'm going to turn around and we're going to grab that peach again and the white with my peach, and I'm going to highlight his cheek area. Okay, so I'm going to zigzag zoom some lighter color right here. All right, and I'm going to zigzag zoom some lighter color right here. All right, you want to do his chin a little bit, you can do his chin a little bit. Okay. And now I'm going to I'm going to wipe off my brush. And now this is a level up, guys. So if you don't get this, that's okay. I'm going to grab that original peach. And I'm going to zigzag zoom all around the edges. Very, very light touch. Very, very light touch. Okay, with my original peach color. And soften that all out. Alright, I'm going to wipe off my brush, grab my original peach, come over here, start where I didn't highlight, and then bring it in. Bring it in on the edges. Okay, bring it in on the edges, right? And then just go very lightly over the top of the middle. Okay, so see how subtle that is, how soft that is, how it's not that big of a difference in color, again with the chin. So I'm going to bring in my original color and go around where I put the lighter color. And then once I do that, I'm going to zigzag zoom until I hit the center. Okay, so that is how to add some highlight to it. Alright, so I need Tiny, and we need to give him some lips. Again, I'm going to grab that lighter peach and come under the nose here. Alright, so I do the widow's peak right there, and then I cut it across. Okay, I have his lips, and I'm going to grab my original peach now. Okay, and zigzag zoom. Just softly blend that. Alright, softly blend that. Grab a little bit more of the white. Right here, right there, right there. Wipe my brush off. And zigzag zoom. Okay, guys? So, If you don't have this shading part or whatever, that's fine. You don't have to add the cheeks. You just make your nose a lighter peach and your lips a lighter peach. You'll be fine. Okay, guys? So if you can't get the zigzag zoom and the shading and have it blend, that's okay. It's a level up. And try it. Absolutely 6,000% try it. If you don't get it, just repaint his whole face over again with your peach and start over. Alright? So don't stress it. If you can't get it, that's fine. If you can, cool. Like I said, if you guys want to get more in depth on how to paint a nose and how to paint eyes, I have the how-tos on my YouTube channel. Okay, so now I'm going to grab that peach paint and I'm going to paint in his arms. Alright, so we're going to paint in his arms now because they're all dry. Alright, so we're just coloring now. Woo-saw it out, guys. Woo-saw it out. And now we're just coloring. We're back to coloring. That's all we're doing. Okay, so don't stress it. Stop playing with it. Leave it alone. If you're still playing with your face, leave it alone. 6,000%. Leave it alone. Stop playing with it. Alright, let me move the camera back so you can see the whole thing. Earthquake! There it is. Alright, there we go. And we're just coloring now. We're back to color. Ah, woo-saw. Back to coloring. We got this. We got this part, right? 6,000%. Alright, come over here. Do this arm. Swoop. Alright, you guys want to put another layer in your stars, or if you're going to make your stars different colors, put the color with white paint, alright, in your stars, and then you would go back and color it just the color. Okay, so if you're going to make your stars different colors, right, you're looking at 3 layers. You're looking at 3 layers, alright, so you want to do the color with white and then do just the color. Okay, 6,000%. Alright. If your stars are coming through your skin like mine just was, add a little white to your peach. Add a little white to your peach. That's because we didn't do a second layer of white on this. Okay, so if something's coming through background-wise that you don't want coming through, just add a little white to your peach, and that should block it right out for you. I got a Christmas card with a red truck on it. See, guys? Ain't that cute? There's so many Christmas ideas. It's so hard to get all of the ideas in, you know what I mean? Because we only have so many weeks of Christmas. Okay, so now I'm going to turn around and put the eyeballs in. So we're going to go with Tiny again. And I'm going to grab white paint. Alright, and your eyeballs. You just swoop this way, right underneath those arches we made with the lighter paint, and swoop that way. Okay. And now you do both eyeballs at the same time. Don't paint one eyeball and then paint the other eyeball completely, because you won't be able to get them to be approximately the same. Okay, so eyeballs are like relatives, all right? They're not exactly the same on either side. Okay, so we're going to do the eyeball there and the eyeball here. And we got to let that dry. Okay, and we have to put the sand in our hourglass. So we have to put the sand in our hourglass. And we have to do my Fu Manchu mustache, even though you guys said it was looking like something coming out of his nose. I'm adding it anyway. So if you guys want to add a beard or a mustache or anything else on your painting, by all means go ahead. This is just a swoop, right? And then a swoop over here, swoop. Okay, so adding my Fu Manchu mustache going on. I'm adding it anyway. No. Oh, thank you, Bonnie, so much for the stars. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. You guys keep the lights on, 6,000%. Thank you, sweetheart. That's very kind of you. It is the new year. So Dollar Day is going. Hi, Bonnie, making an entrance. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Okay, so even though Joan and someone else, you guys said what's coming out of his nose, it's his mustache. Cardinals. Yes, we did a cardinal painting. We did do a cardinal painting. We did. Hello, Bonnie. How are you, sweetheart? Bonnie's in the house, making an entrance. That's what I like. Okay, so Dollar Day's coming up. All right, so no, $3 or more, you get nifties. That's going to change in the new year, guys. Postage went up. So this is your last opportunity. Hi, sweetie. This is your last opportunity for me to send you out a thank you note of nifties for $3 or less. That's going up. It's going to be $5 or less. I mean, or more, or less. What am I talking about? So it's going to be $5 or more to get Mr. Nifty's as a thank you for support, okay? So that's going to go up. Postage went up. That's just the way it is. Otherwise, it would I'd be spending it all trying to mail it to you, and that's not what you guys want me to do. You want me to be able to have it and use for supplies and stuff. So, Mr. Nifty's, right now, it's $3. If you send $3 or more, you get nifties, and then come the new year, it's going to be $5 or more, okay? So I just wanted to let you guys know. All right, so we got to do our sand. All right, so I'm going to take that peach. I'm going to take that peach that we had. All right, I'm going to put it on over here, put some over here, and I'm going to add a little bit of blue. Whoop, that was a lot of blue. Let's put that up over there. All right, little bit of blue. Make a sand color. All right. And we're going to put in the oval. Oval. Right, there's the oval. Okay, and then bring this down into here. Right, make a triangle. Fill and fix. Okay, and then you're going to do a little shoop, 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 and a flicky-doo, flicky-doo, right there. Okay. And then I'm going to grab Mr. Nifty. Here he is. He's coming into the show now. I'm going to grab Mr. Nifty, and we're going to do our line, right? Fast you go, straighter it'll be. Bam. All right, there is our line of sand falling into the new year. There it is. Just like that. Okay. Then we're going. Don't leave Mr. Nifty in the water. He doesn't like it. Swirl, tap, dab. I'm gonna leave him on this side. Then I'm gonna grab Tiny, and I'm gonna make a little bit of a lighter sand, so I'm just going to add a little white to that sand color that I made. Okay, because we want it to be a little lighter. So I'm going to grab some white into the sand color that I already made. Alright, and we're going to do the oval on top. Make that lighter. Okay, right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, we need another layer of white on our eyes. So I'm going to grab Tiny and I'm going to put some more white in the eyes. Okay, then I'm going to grab my color for my eyes. My wizard has, oh wait, we got to do his eyebrows. We forgot his eyebrows. I forgot his eyebrows. Not we, but I forgot. So I'm going to grab white on Tiny here, and we're going to flicky-do. Flicky-do, flicky-do. Flicky-do, flicky-do. Right? Nice and big up over here. Nice and big and fluffy. And then smaller flickies as you get to the end. Okay, other side. Flicky-do, flicky-do, right? Nice and big and fluffy. And smaller flicky-doos as you get to the side. Big wizard eyebrows. Big wizard eyebrows. Yep, da-da-da. Alright, just like that. Now I'm going to, my wizard eyes are blue, so I'm going to grab my blue paint. And you're going to do parentheses and a parentheses. Parentheses and a parentheses. Parentheses and a parentheses. Okay, color it in. Okay, now be careful because the more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get. So you don't want them to be overextending their little area. It's okay if they do a little bit because we're going to outline these. We're going to outline these eyes to clean it all up and make it sharp, alright? So it's alright if it overextends a little bit, but not too much. Not too much. Nope. So, there and there. Alright. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now we're going to work on our glass of our hourglass. Make sure your sand is dry. If it's not dry yet, then you don't want to do this part. Also, we could, I outlined my stars. So to outline your stars, you just want to make sure your paint is nice and loose and thin. Okay, and I went in with Mr. Nifty. Again, move your hand, not the brush. And you can add all your outlines of your stars, okay? Nice, loose, thin paint. Nice, loose, thin paint. Okay, obviously don't go, you want to go behind your hourglass frame. Okay. If there's any stars in your hourglass, leave them. Because your hourglass is see-through. Okay, so if there's any stars inside of your hourglass, leave them. Alright, because it's see-through. Okay, you can see his hat through this. You can see the background through this. Alright, that's all very, very important. Okay, also add some darker flicky-doos in his eyebrows. Okay, Okay, so we're adding some more flicky doos into his eyebrows. Just like that. And now we're going to work, if my sand is dry, it is. Now we can work on the glass. So what you want to do is, I'm taking Tiny, and I'm going to get some white paint, and I'm going to get it to be nice and loose. Alright, so I'm adding some water to my white paint. Alright, adding water to the white paint right here. And less is more. Less is more when you're doing glass, okay guys? Less is more. So, with a lot of paint on my brush, well not a lot, okay, just enough, but with it being the brightest it's going to be, because this is the first time it's touching the canvas, I'm going to do some curved lines that would be on the front, right? That would be on the front. So you follow the curve of the glass, okay? And then down here, right, where your smudges were, okay, you want to make your outline a little more pronounced, you can do that. It is my night to put my hand in wet paint. You guys see this? That was the eyebrow. That's what spit's for, people. I just put my hand into the eyebrows. Okay. So, we're going to do, now, for the neck part, right, remember that triangle? And I put it into the star I outlined, too. Okay, so, that triangle where the sand was, alright, you want to turn around and outline that little part, and then bring it back out again. Alright, and then you're just going to do a little bit of a flicky flick throughout there. Okay, and then with a little bit of paint on your brush, you can do the curves that would be on the other side. And then you just want to soften those out. Okay, so this is like, that would be on the back side of your glass. Alright, and then you just soften those out. So this way they look like they're on the back side of the hourglass, not the front side. Okay, again. Okay, you want to add some more curves right here, and then you just soften them out. And then that looks like they're on the back of the glass. And like I said, less is more. Okay, less is more. And if you want to just do some brighter moments that are the outer piece of the glass, okay, if you might have smudged them out before, right, you can do some brighter moments. And that's all there is to making this look like glass. Okay, you want to do a little bit of a zigzag zoom. You can do a zigzag zoom. Okay, just like that. Like I said, less is more, right? So when you want to keep playing with it, tell yourself, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Alright. Now I'm going to take Tiny, and we have to do the center of his eye, and we're going to outline his eye. Okay, so the center of his eye, you want to leave more color on the bottom. You want to leave some color on the bottom. So you're going to start at the top and then swoop around, leaving a space of color down there. So the black part is on the top part of the eye. Okay, see that space of color that's underneath there? Alright, swoop it around. leaving that space of color that's down there. Okay, and then we're going to outline, right? Swoop, that way, and swoop this way, swoop, swoop the bottom, swoop, and swoop. I put in a little smile line. A little bit of a smile line going on. So you can do that if you'd like. So I added more graphic moments, stuff that's not blended and muted, just to make him pop a little more. You know, you don't have to. You can leave them blended and muted if you want to. And then once this all dries, you're going to add your life dots. Okay? So once that all dries, you add your life dots. You can do the swoop also. Okay? And then there you have it. There you have our Wizard of Time. Woo! Bringing in the new year. So, guys. Oh, I didn't finish showing you the shirts. Okay, making sure I don't have any paint wet on my hands. Alright, so, here's the pink. Here's the pink. Look how pretty this pink is. You guys see that? It's so pretty. It's like a bubblegum pink. Okay, and there's everybody's favorite saying. So that's what the graphics look like. Okay, and my info's on the back with a big old paintbrush. Alright, so that is the pink color. It's like a bubblegum pink. It's really, really, really cute. It's darker than the pink that I'm wearing, see? Okay, so it's like a bubblegum pink. Really adorable, right? And then my shirt, which you guys will see me be wearing, mine's a 2X. So they're available in large and extra large. If you need another size, since you are my fam that's on here, you can direct message me and, you know, we could talk about an additional size, but then you're getting into the create your own prices, okay? So, this is what the black and white shirts look like. So, the pre-mades will be black and white. All right, you could either, or it would be white and then black lettering. So this would be the pre-mades, okay, with the choices that you have for the pre-made graphics. And then all the colors are in the create your own custom. Okay, guys? So thank you so much for all your ideas tonight on what to paint coming up in the weeks that are coming up. I hope you had a lot of fun with our Wizard of Time. 6,000%. You guys are there. You can add your extra layers. You can add your extra pieces. You can add whatever you want to add. Make sure you post it to the event page when you're finished so we can share it as a family. Show off your amazing work. All right, guys. And have a safe and happy and healthy and blessed new year. All right. So all of you with your baby fur babies, okay, make sure to give them a good scratch on the head. And everybody that's laying low, I'm laying low too. So we're all laying low and going to bring in the new year nice and chill. Let go of all that garbage from 2022 and start fresh. All right. So I love you all. You all warm my heart. And have fun. Put my PayPal link, please. Absolutely. Certainly. I could do that, Carol. I can do that. Okay? And don't forget, Dollar Day's coming. It's going to be the first of the month, right? So, New Year's Day, you'll see my post about Dollar Day and the links that you could use to send support. And, again, $3 minimum as of right now. You'll get Mr. Nifty's for free. And yes, Carolyn, it's not the sand coming out of his nose. But you guys can add your beard any way you want. You and Joan had me cracking up. You totally did on your comments. I was... So, yeah, it was his mustache. But you guys add facial hair all you want. Come the new year, it's going to be $5 minimum, okay? And the shirts are ready for you guys to order. Just direct message me. When I get the website to work, I will definitely let you guys know. And then it would be click to buy. The website is www.evesartistry.com. So feel free to check that out. There's paintings for sale on the website. So if you want to own an Eve's original, that's where you can go to order one. So this is the website. All right, guys. So you are so welcome. And you guys all have a safe, happy, and healthy, and blessed new year. And I'm going to see y'all soon. Okay? Mwah! I love ya. Y'all warm my heart. Have fun. And go create. All right. Bye-bye.